Good morning, everyone. Today is my 80 day of improving my public speaking skills. It's more night because 1 p.m. na siya. 1 a.m. in the morning. And obviously, I didn't stay consistent sa pag-video. Even though my classes tomorrow will be at 12. But then, sa English oh. But then, earlier, when I get up, when I go to the bed, I was exhausted, not just mentally but also physically, because the training that I have gone through in yesterday or in the Wednesday has gotten to my body. The reason why I'm speaking English right now, because I want to challenge myself to actually speak an all English throughout for my future bid, because progress shouldn't be comfortable, and I noticed that I'm becoming comfortable towards to my progress, which is it shouldn't. Progress should be uncomfortable, because if it's not if it's not uncomfortable, then it means I'm not challenging myself enough, and I'm not improving enough like how I should do. That's why I will speak English from now on. Actually, I'm already planning this from the start, and also from the recent videos in the 70 day, and I know 73 day, I'm already planning towards for this challenge. But then, because of the midterm exam, it become my reason or excuses to not to continue. And now this is my chance. This is gonna be our new language that I'm going to use. Actually, it was pretty hard to stay in speaking English throughout the video, and I can help myself to make major mistake such as the grammar, my English grammar, my pronunciation. I know it's very off, and how I use sentences, or on how I use words that I repeatedly say. I know it's pretty uncomfortable right now. I'm pretty uncomfortable right now, but I have to do it because it is required to our school to be able to speak English towards toward in the reporting, or toward in the presentation. We have to speak English, and I don't want to stay with just being comfortable on using Taglish, which I know I shouldn't be comfortable on just using Hiligaynon plus English. I should try to speak pure English. That's why this is what I'm doing. What happened today was I'm done with our last midterm exam, and I successfully passed. Although I'm kind of disappointed towards to my score, because it's supposed to be a 30 score out of 40. But then earlier, during the exam, our teacher said that we have the chance to change one answer. But then, ay, sorry. But then, that one answer that I changed turns out to be wrong. And the one that I originally answer are correct. And in the result, I only got 29 out of 40 item when it's supposed to be 30 out of 40 item. I was disappointed, not for myself but to the expectation towards my teacher. I can see in her eyes that she was kind of disappointed to my score. I don't know, maybe it's just my assumption, but regardless of that, it was very disappointing because I know she was kind of expecting something higher or something better than that from me. Because I don't know why. During class, she'd been giving me an attention, bala. An attention. Although, it's not totally off or awkward, but yeah. And that's actually what kind of scares me, the expectation of others when they start to put an expectation from me when I'm just sitting in the corner just doing on my own, and then I've come to realize or to know that someone already put an expectation to me. And actually putting an expectation to the others is not actually bad. It's a sign of trust. They trust you that you can do it, or they trust you that you're a person capable of performing or doing something or doing it. But di ba, I'm using ligay nun. But when it comes in the expectation, there's a pros and cons, and that is the pros. But the cons lies with what the content of expectation it is. Meaning, does the expectation is realistic, or is just something that they put on you just to fill up their insecurity? Or does the expectation is something you really actually do, or does the expectation does not exceed the higher, or it does not have really a higher standard that is humanly impossible? Those are the kind of things that we have to consider when someone, or we know that someone put an expectation to us. We need to know if it's within the reach. Does it within the reach? Yeah. That's it. And that's include the things that we have to talk about right now, and that's the expectation. And that's gonna be my explanation. I feel so awkward right now trying to finish this video up only using English words, and my mouth is my mouth were watering from just speaking. I'm learning combat sport today, and it was just not today, for this month I'm learning a combat sport, taekwondo. And I just experienced, we just currently have 2 days of training. I mean, we are only done with the 2 day training. And for the 2 days that I've started to train for that particular sport, I still feel kind of pathetic and disappointed towards that. And I cannot help myself to stop or feel that way because it's valid. It's valid to feel like that. Most importantly, if your teammates or the members of the team are also much more capable, much more experienced than you, than me. Ano? And that's the reason why I feel so weak, because I noticed that I'm the weakest among our group. But I don't have in my mind, or I don't have the intention to quit. I just want to improve. I'm wishing for myself to improve for that particular sport.